Terry, you have uh, five teams ahead of you in the West, and your record against them is 1-6 so far. But I'm curious, in the second half of the season, now you're kind of back to having your full complement, or as close as you're going to get probably this year. How do you feel about yourselves now against those teams? Because a lot of games are coming up against those teams, obviously.
Well, they're all going to be competitive. None of them are going to be easy. I like our chances. I think we're moving in the right direction. You know, the West is very competitive. You look at how close it is. Obviously, Utah and Phoenix have separated themselves, but some of the other teams are going through their bouts with injuries. But honestly, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself or ourselves. It's just important. Like the Clippers is a good test, and then we'll worry about Utah after that, and then go from there. But the best thing I can say is I think we're headed in the right direction, and we've been playing better, and we're getting healthy.
Aaron Fentress, the Oregonian.
Coach, 5 games into having Norman Powell, how has that adjustment been going for the entire team? And are you still, not still, but is it sometimes at all difficult to call what you want to call, not knowing if he knows what to do, or do the players handle that well on the court in terms of making sure he knows his assignment?
Well, I think obviously things are going really well. Since Nurk and Norm, they came in together for the Orlando game, our defensive numbers have really been positive. As far as Norm, we have a package of plays that we feel very comfortable with using, and we've done some things out of timeouts. We've gradually put in some of our other sets with him involved. So that part of the process, the offense, the half-court offense has gone pretty smoothly. The good thing also is I think Norman really has a good feel for the game. Over half the game we don't call plays. It's just playing basketball, making reads, transition, and he makes good reads. He understands the game and can play off of people.
Thanks.
Christos Salta, Sport TNA.
Hello, Coach. Hope you are doing well.
Thank you.
Two questions for you. I'm fine, thank you. 2 questions for you. The first one is, what type of challenges are those 2 games against the Clippers and Jazz for your team? And second, what did you notice about the chemistry of Norman, CJ, and Dame on the court?
Well, I think Norm, CJ, and Dame have played really well together. If you just look at the analytics and things like that, they've played well together. We've been pretty good when they're on the court together, and it passes the eye test. It's you got 3 good scorers out there. I think gives us some versatility at both ends of the floor. As far as the Clippers, and I don't know if you mentioned the Jazz or not, but as far as the Clippers go, it's a challenging team. They play a big lineup throughout. They're shooting the 3 really well. They have some great one-on-one players. So from our defensive standpoint, it's going to be a challenge, a different challenge than Utah. Utah plays a little bit different style, but when you look at the length that they have between Paul George and Kawhi and Morris and Nick Batum, Patrick Patterson at 5, they have a lot of length 2 through 4.
Thank you.
Yep.
Jamie Hudson, NBC Sports Northwest.
Hey, Coach, did Derek go through practice at all today, or what's the latest on him?
He did. We anticipate that he'll be able to play tomorrow. We'll see how he is. Today was a non-contact practice, so he was able to go through the things that we did.
Our last question is coming from Jason Quick with The Athletic.
Hey, Coach, if the Clippers' best lineup is big and yours is small, how do you handle that? Do you just kind of wait for is it the staring contest and see who blinks first, or how do you handle who adjusts first?
I think we got to play our best players, and hopefully Derek will be able to play and give some length. But we got to play our game, and we got to play it as well as we can, and we have to do what we can to minimize their length and their ability to play one-on-one. So look, Dame, CJ, and Norm are going to play, and that's one of our strengths, and hopefully that lineup outplays their lineup. But we have our roster, they have their roster, and you go from there.